Joe's Whiskey, written by Trevor Brazil from Decatur, Texas, owned by Corky and Joni Warren.
Welcome to another edition of the Gold Globe Report. I'm Tara Maxler, bringing you today's show highlights. Yesterday in amateur jumping, Jamie Wilson was in the irons for Classic Hot Jazz's World Championship. Moving to select jumping, Coming Up Blue and Justine Estes came up with the blue ribbon and gold globe. Let's hear it for those world champions. Here at AQHA, it's our all-around awards that celebrate the versatility of the American quarter horse. Yesterday, we crowned the Select All-Around Amateur champion, Scott Reinhardt's showing Invest in a Good Bar. With that title comes a one-year lease of a 3-horse Sundowner trailer and a Lisa Perry bronze.
This is draw 3, number 3318, Invest in a Good Bar, and Scott Reinhardt.
Hank is what I call his barn name. I knew he was going to be a great trail horse when I saw him go over the poles, and then I also saw him trotting, so I thought he'd be a great hunt seat horse. So I thought, he's going to be a good all-around horse. And I said, well, how much do you want for him? And bought him on the spot. So he's been a great horse ever since. We've grown, we've gone hand in hand throughout the years, growing events, adding events, and fine-tuning everything down to where we are now. And he's a great horse. Like I always say, if he was that one student in school, he'd be the one that didn't do the homework very well, but excelled at doing the tests. Well, I think if you have a great all-around horse, is one that's willing to do whatever it is that you want him to do, whether it's going fast or slow or collecting or going sideways or up, down, front, backwards, that they just have to be willing to do whatever you want them to do. The all-around is something that I love because I people ask me, if you could do one event, what would you do? And I'm like, I probably wouldn't show because I love so many of them. You hope you do well, and you hope the judges like you that day and your horse performs well, and when it actually all falls into place, it's a great feeling.
Congrats to Scott on that monumental win. The past 2 days have been filled with roping prelims, with some of Pro Rodeo's finest here to compete, including the king of cowboys himself, Trevor Brazil.
Next up, draw 21, number 3136. Here's Joe's Whiskey, written by Trevor Brazil from Decatur, Texas, owned by Corky and Joni Warren.
Well, this is the first time I've been back here since 2010, so I've had a 10-year hiatus, but it's always great to be back here. I grew up coming up here and watching this and loping horses out back, and tables turn. I get to show a little bit now, so it's fun. I'm showing one of my own and some for some other people. Less pressure on your own. You got so much goes into getting these horses here, and those owners and trainers have so much money and time invested. There's a lot of pressure on guys that are just catching rides for sure. I enjoy good horses, and you rope a little bit different. You're able to showcase the horse more, and so you don't just completely throw them to the wolves, and get to set up the run and show what it looks like when a horse does his job correctly and pretty. Time always matters. They want to see a good run here too, as far as a good time, but so many things factor into it, and just the opportunity that you give that horse to showcase himself is the biggest part of it.
We're more into the riding and the training part of it, so we get them and get them trained and for different events, and try to bring them here to the World Show and the World Championship Show and try to win. Junior horses here that that are 5 years old and under, and they would be most of the time pretty green, but this is where they start to go on to their next career.
Yeah, it's definitely a different venue, obviously, for me, and it's pretty cool to get to come here and show good horses and stuff, and the AQHA World Show, it's a big deal for a lot of people and stuff, and to showcase their mares and stallions, and there's geldings here too, so it's just a breeding program deal. It's awesome to be able to get to come and get to help the people that I'm helping. Every time you get to back behind the barrier, it always helps to get ready for the finals. It was a tough season for everybody. It wasn't easy having to go out and rodeo against 160 guys every time you nod your head. It was tough, so it wasn't easy, but we made it work, and we're just thankful that everybody that wanted to put it together, they got it done.
Good luck to all the ropers as they move on to tomorrow night's finals. And Haven, we look forward to seeing you next month in Arlington. AQHA also awarded the Jean Graves Special Recognition Award. Bill Carter of Mounds, Oklahoma was a super select exhibitor, age 70 and over, who earned the greatest number of points at the 2020 Adequan Select World. Bill showed his ranching heritage bred metallic tracks to the Gold Globe and cutting.
Thank you, number 3150, Metallic Tracks, shown by Bill Carter, Mounds, Oklahoma.
Way to go, Bill, on those achievements. This year has been full of exciting additions to the World Show, including the new Working Hunter Under Saddle class. This class exemplifies a horse doing its job in the hunting field, promoting correct natural appearance and forward movement in all gaits. Exhibitors got a preview of the class yesterday when AQHA professional horsemen Jerry Erickson and Linda Crothers demonstrated Working Hunter Under Saddle in a free clinic. As Jerry explained, Working Hunter Under Saddle horses should exhibit a natural self-carriage, correct uphill balance, and the fluid forward movement. All of this allows horses to build strength and coordination for performing correctly over fences. You can catch the live clinic replay on the AQHA Facebook page. 12 entries trotted into today's class, and it was Linda Crothers who rode out the winner aboard DGS Don't Tell Tales. The Bay Gelding also earned the Adequan Select Hunter Hack World title at this show with owner Pam Stubbs. It's been an amazing day of American Quarter Horse action. We'll show you some more winners tomorrow. Thanks for following the Gold Globe Report on Facebook. You can also catch the live action on aqha.com/worldshow. We'll see you there.